Yo, what's good, everybody? So today I'm going to be backtesting, doing a live backtesting strategy of the trading strategy I use that produces me well over 5 figures plus a month. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Having a good strategy and having something that you can backtest easily is a heavy influence in a trading strategy. You should be able to hop on the charts and you should be able to backtest this fluently, etc. You should be able to know what you're looking for to execute perfectly, because if you can't do it while you're backtesting, if you can't execute perfectly while you're backtesting, oh my goodness, you're not gonna be able to execute perfectly on the charts. So, but yeah, I want to show you a couple things before we actually get into the backtesting and just kind of like proof of transparency, because that's very important to me in such a scammy industry. If we go back to even before December 2025, all right, I didn't get TradeZ until June. You guys can see in June I travel a lot, so that's why my days were pretty light. That's why I didn't trade a lot in June. I'm even traveling here. It's May 25th. I'm traveling here in 5 days. So yeah, June every year I usually travel. So yeah, but yeah, like you could see July up over 20K, August up over 12K, September up over 19K. And then in October, I bought 10 Apex accounts and copy traded them together. So man, was able to profit over $73,000. But yeah, November, same thing. Let's go to now. Here's March. Let's go to now. Made it about 8K last month, kind of a rough month last month. But yeah, up about 5.89K right now. Been going in with lighter risk recently because of the events of the Iran war. So yeah, but yeah, that's my proof and stuff like that. But at the same time, here's my students. Let's go to my students. You guys can see here, I have students that are profiting on a daily basis. Let's go. I could just continue to scroll up and you guys can see all my students that make bread. It's so crazy. All my students on a daily basis are making crazy money. This is just an entire profit post section right here. That's it. This is just profit posts right here. There's nothing else in this channel besides profit posts. People just making money. Look at this. Every single day, people just making money, getting payouts and all this stuff. It's a great strategy, and I'm happy to be able to teach to these guys. So yeah, this is my live trading Discord, and then this right here, this is my one-on-one trading Discord where I do live coaching for people. So yeah, you can see here we've got people making money in the one-on-one. We got people also making plenty of money in the live trading Discord. So yeah, you guys can see here what this guy make. This guy was up over 3.3K. It's crazy. So yeah, that's the strategy and what I use and stuff like that. So I'm going to get into backtesting and stuff now. That's the results for the strategy is what I meant to say. I'm going to actually get into backtesting now. Crap, how do I find backtesting? Shoot, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here I am actually on the backtesting platform right here. I just use TradeZ to backtest. As you guys can see on the right here, just going over my risk parameters. Got a fresh 100K account, as you can see down here. Well, a 100K backtesting account, that's what I should be saying with that. I risk 1% per trade, no more than that. That's why I'm so good at trading, because my risk parameters are 1%. Actually, I shouldn't say I'm good at trading. That's why I preserve a lot of capital, because I'm going in with no more than 1% risk, and people who go in with a bunch of risk, they find themselves blowing their accounts a lot more. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just end up getting started here. All I trade is just basically support and resistance. Like, that's it. I'm looking for areas of support on the higher time frame. I'm looking for areas of resistance on the higher time frame. Then I'm going down to the 1 minute time frame and just looking for price to tap into those levels and give me some sort of reaction. So we'll start here on the 4-hour time frame because I like to do top-down analysis. I'd say we have a pretty nice area of resistance right there. We can see here that we had price dump off this area, continue to tap off this area, and then finally make a move off this area. I'd say we have support down here. If we even drag to the left here, we could see that price kind of taps into this area several times. So I'd say we have some support there. I'd honestly say we even have some sort of price action movement right here, because if we could see here, price really made a move off this area. I'd say, you know, it looks something like that. You know, we continue to drag it to the left. We could see price react off these areas and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Now let's head down to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, same thing. We got all this marked up and stuff like that. Honestly, on the 1-hour time frame, I wouldn't mind marking out this. Oops, I wouldn't mind marking out this right here. Why is it not clicking? I wouldn't mind marking out this right here just because of the large dump that came off of it. Now, what I do is I take these zones and I extend them out. Like, I go on the daily time frame, I'll extend them out because I like to use them for a couple days at a time, maybe even weeks at a time if we're trading with these zones. In these areas right here of, you know, support and stuff like that, and resistance and stuff like that. So yeah, just seeing here, you know, 4-hour time frame, doing top-down analysis. We could create a nice double bottom here on the 1-hour time frame. So we'll see. My lenient is longs right now, just because areas here pushed up off this area. Now we're coming back to this area. We're kind of creating another bottom here, another bottom here. So we can see what happens there. Let's see if we get anything good. All right, so price makes its move off the area. Again, looking for some sort of pullback into the area and then to take a position. So I'll probably go with this right here. This honestly looks like a decent position for me. So I'll probably take this position right here. All I'm looking for is price action here, and I'll explain after depending on what happens. Okay, take profit right there. So all I was looking for there was essentially just price action in the area. We have lows being made, a high being made, it comes back, makes another low, and then I was just looking for the push up after. You guys see that price action chart right there? That's all I was looking for, was just something like that. So yeah, great trade to start right there. We'll go ahead and move on to the next day here. Just looking to do some back testing. You know, you guys know the drill. You guys should be back testing. There's no reason we should not be back testing as traders. It is very important. But yeah, so looking at the 4-hour time frame again, we are breaking through this area right now. My idea here would be to either see price come back and retest this area of support, or come back to this area of resistance and give us a type of reversal pattern. So that would be my want for the day here. But let's end up seeing what we get here. Let's see if price wants to do anything special for us, you know. But yeah, we have to be in a zone to trade. So if it just chops around, okay, so we're in a zone now. But yeah, you guys know the drill. I'm looking for double tops, double bottoms, stuff like that. Okay, I don't know if I'm quite comfortable taking that position yet. I will go ahead and take this position though, just because we are breaking out of the area. So we have the two bottoms here. We have bottom 1, bottom 2, and then a breakout of the neckline right there. So I'm okay with taking this position. So I'll go ahead and execute myself into this position and see what happens here. Okay, so we get stopped out of that position. No biggie. We'll move on to the next day here. Just looks like it was some choppy price action, and then price, you know, kind of dumped down into this area right here. No big deal. Losing trades are a part of the game. We'll go ahead and move on to the next day here. All right. So it looks like price made some new highs here. We're pretty far from our next area of support and or resistance. Looking at the hour time frame here, we do have a nice area of resistance up here. Looking at the hour time frame, and even if we, you know, draw that like that, we can even see that there's a lot of touches to the left. Oops, there's a lot of touches to the left there on that area. So I'm okay with drawing out that area. I think you guys understand what support and resistance is. Just looking for, you know, price to touch off these certain areas and make moves off these certain areas. So we're kind of stuck just in the middle right here. So we'll see if we end up getting like a nice, you know, push into a zone, and we do. So we get a nice push into a zone here. Let's see if we get some type of move. Now, price has made an unhealthy move to the downside right here, as we can see. So my goal would to be, you know, look for price to probably break some trend and then, you know, give us some sort of double bottom or double, you know, triple bottom right here, just kind of like this. Now it looks like it's just kind of breaking up here to the upside right now, and it's just kind of chugging along and chopping around. I probably won't get a trade here. Yeah, it's about 10:45. I like to wrap up by 10:45. Never got the pullback into the area to take the trade, so that's completely okay. We'll move on to the next day here. Part of having a good system and a good trading strategy is to know when to sit on your hands. It's to know when to trade and when not to trade. So if we look at the 4-hour time frame here, we can see price is pretty bullishly pushing up off this area. You guys can see that these areas I have marked out, you know, I have them marked out for a reason. Price comes down to the area and it really reacts off the area, as you guys can see right there. So I'm looking for price to give us some sort of push into this zone, maybe a reversal, maybe, you know, a nice break above the zone and then a retest for a continuation to the upside like that. So yeah, we'll see what we get here. So we get a push into the zone. That's a nice wick off the area. Okay, I like that, and you know, a lot of traders would see that wick, you know, nice wick, a nice bearish hammer candle right off your higher time frame area right here. I'm just gonna take this right now. I'm not. Some traders can work like that. I can't. I need more confirmation, so I'm gonna wait. Honestly, I think I can execute myself into this position. I think, you know, having a bearish engulfing candle off the area like that is good enough for me. I'm okay with that. So I just put my stops above the area like that, and I just look for, you know, price to, oh my goodness, this is so close. Wow, look how close that was. That's why you wait for a double top right there. Oh my goodness. And you guys can see right there, even me as a full-time trader, I still made a mistake right there of executing myself into a position a little too early. I saw the engulfing candle break that structure right here, and I was like, that's good enough for me. And I should have waited for the double top, which is my strategy. And you guys can see I almost paid the price there, but I didn't. So got away with one there, but also didn't because I know where to put my stop loss. I always keep my stop loss protected by wicks. So nice stop loss there to be protected by those wicks. Could say, you know, got a little bit lucky. I don't think I did. But next time I'll be aware of just waiting for my A+ setup. And you guys can see that I'm not perfect. You know, I make mistakes. You should be able to execute perfectly on backtesting is what we think, but we still make mistakes. Okay, so I'm willing to be transparent. I'm willing to show you guys that. I'm willing to show you guys, hey, look, you know, I make mistakes. I should have waited for my strategy right there. And even though I've been doing this full time and I've made over $70,000 in 1 month doing it, you know, I still make mistakes. So let's head on to the next day here. We can see price again, like these areas that I have marked out, they just are so good with price action. Like that's why I love trading support and resistance, because you can just know, and you can just see an area based off all these touches to the left, and you can potentially really get a gauge for a price is going to make a move off that area again. We can see that these areas we have marked off, we can see price is really making moves off these areas here. So nice to see that our areas are working. We're going to head down onto the 1 minute time frame here. Now, this is a very large bearish move. I do think we could be due for some sort of pullback, whether that's a bounce off the zone and then a push up, or price just wants to continue off that bearish pressure and push up into this zone and retest and give us something like that. I do think we are due for some sort of pullback, though, if you want my opinion. I could very well be wrong, though. So let's see what we get. Price is just kind of chopping, hasn't touched the zone yet. We're just in the middle of these two zones. Really choppy price action. We finally get a touch into the zone there, but I'm hesitant to take a position just with the choppy price action. And it's already 10:40, so I'm going to make the educated decision as a full-time trader just to move on there, not to risk my capital in choppy markets when it's already getting past my trading time. All right, guys, so we're on the next trading day here. Had some no trading days, so I just kind of like skipped through. Didn't really want to just show like 3 no trade days in a row. So yeah, we're going to mark out some new areas here since price has kind of broken through all of my areas. So if we head on the 4-hour time frame here, we can look for these areas that have created, you know, nice areas of support and or resistance. We can see here we have ones where price is continuously bouncing off the area. So I'll go ahead and mark out that. Take a couple more trades here. I think, you know, looking at a 1-hour time frame as well, what I'm seeing on the 1 hour time frame is I kind of like this move as well right here. We can go ahead and mark out this, because even if we drag it to the left, we can see prices continuously touched on the zone again before it makes these big moves to the upside. So I'll go ahead and I'll drag that one out. And let's end up seeing what we get here. Can price come down and give us something? Oops, no. Phew. Okay, not ready to take anything yet. Okay, I think I will take this breakout right here. Stops are protected. You know, we got just kind of a triple bottom pattern right here. Bottom 1, bottom 2, bottom 3. We are breaking out of this neckline structure area right here. So I'm okay with executing myself into this position. And let's see what we get. Okay, and we're going to hit take profit there. So very nice position out of the area like that. I'll probably do like 1 or 2 more trades here. Just kind of because I got to hit the gym here shortly. So let's see what we get next. All right, price on the 4 hour time frame, just kind of reacting off this area. We have a double bottom right here. Bang, you can see bottom 1 came down, made bottom 2, and then pushed back up. So yeah, we are now returning back to this area for the first time. So we'll see what kind of move we can get. We do have this 4 hour area right here as well, so we can end up seeing what we get. It's very important that you're doing, you know, top-down analysis, looking at higher time frames first before you go down onto the lower time frame. So we can see if price actually makes a push into one of these zones. And the good thing about, you know, trading, you know, these zones is you rarely get stuck in choppy price action. You want to see price, you know, move into these zones. If you're just stuck in the middle like this, you're not taking any trades, and a lot of times it can save you from getting chopped around. But we make a move into the area right here, and price comes back again under the zone. Okay, I'm willing to take this position right here. Kind of have my stops protected. We have this double bottom right here in the area, double bottom, bottom 2, and now we're pushing up, breaking structure here, retesting this structure point right here. So yeah, I'm okay with taking this position right here, and let's end up seeing what we get. Okay, price stops us out there. I'm going to take one more position. This is one thing about me too, guys. I'm not scared to show my results on backtesting. If I have a bad backtesting session where I'm losing trades, like, I'm not scared to show you guys that. Like, I will show you guys that all day, every day. I'm not scared. Okay. So you guys can comment down below, oh, Jake's, he's only won a few trades and he's losing the other ones. That's okay. I'm here to show you guys that. And I hope you guys appreciate a transparent mentor. Geez, I showed you guys my trading calendars at the beginning. I showed you guys my student profits. I have the stats to back up my trading, and I hope you guys appreciate that I'm transparent. But on the 1 hour time frame, we're kind of in this area. We created a little double bottom here. We could potentially create a triple bottom if price comes down a little lower. So I'm going to lean towards potentially taking a long here if price can bounce off this area how I want it to. Okay, so we're in this area now. Let's see if we get any nice, wow, okay, price is just tanking. This is what I mean. Sometimes it's just choppy price action. Okay, I'm okay with taking this position right here. Let's put my stops under there. If we look at the hour time frame, we can see that price kind of, you know, wicked and is now creating another wick right here. So I'm okay with taking this position right here. Let's see what we get. Okay, take profit's going to be hit there. I'll do one more position. Okay, that is okay. We stay patient until we see our setup, and that's what makes, you know, that's what helps something that held me from failing to going to making $70,000 in 1 month, is the ability to differentiate when I should be taking a trade and when I should not be taking a trade. So, all right, we're in the area. We make a nice move off the area. Would love to see a double bottom off the area. All right, I'll go ahead and take this position right here, hoping price does not chop around at this area and decides to move us upwards. And we're getting chopped around. Okay, perfect. Nice little take profit there. But yeah, Guys, that's the strategy. It is simple as that. Higher time frame areas of support or resistance, 1 minute double bottoms, double tops, triple bottoms, 1 minute higher lows, price action strategy, all that good stuff. It's not overcomplicated. I don't do 40 gaps, 40 SMTs. I'm just taking trades, man. Support and resistance areas, making 70 grand in a month, man. If you guys are interested in learning one-on-one from me, I have 2 seats left in my mentorship. 3 have been taken up, and I'm only taking 5 people. So if you are interested in learning, that will be down in the link in my description. And if you're interested in just live trading with me, that'll also be down in the link in my description. But nevertheless, guys, I appreciate all of you. God bless you all. Have a great day.